I reckon quicksand is bullshit. And I reckon people who have been using it...
Quicksand?
I reckon people who have been using quicksand in movies and TV shows forever have been bullshitting.
Have you ever been bogged?
That's not quicksand. You and I know exactly what quicksand is because we watched it on TV and movies.
Tarzan. Tarzan, if it wasn't for those vines, Tarzan would have sunk.
That's right, in cartoons.
Yep.
Right? So there's always a miraculous, there's a tree that bends over and they get... There's no quicksand. It is made up.
But
it is a made-up thing by producers and TV people because it doesn't exist. I don't know anyone, nobody, Dan, nobody who's seen quicksand.
In fact, I've never heard of anyone dying in quicksand.
Yes,
but we all know
garbage.
how to behave if we're caught in it. You kind of spread out a bit and you don't wriggle.
Don't move.
You can't
don't
move.
Wriggle, don't wriggle.
You can't move. It's bullshit.
And you end up with your head poking out like that.
Yeah, that's right. And then at the very last second, a miracle happens. There's no quicksand.
Or you've got a piece of bamboo up and you're breathing through the bamboo.
Let me ask you a question. Where and what country does quicksand actually exist?
That's a good point.
There's no country that has tied itself to quicksand. There's no country on earth that said, yes, we are the kings of quicksand. There's nothing.
So if you're talking piranhas, the fish that eat people?
The Nile.
Yeah, we're talking about the Nile or the Amazon.
You're talking about poisonous snakes, it's Australia.
Australia. You're talking about spiders here.
Crocodiles. That's right. Crocodiles.
Yeah. Rhinos in Africa.
That's right.
But quicksand.
Name the country that says we are the kings of quicksand. It's bullshit, mate.
Where's this come from?
I saw it on a TV show when I left the house.
You're observant, though. You're observant. Because I've never ever seen obituaries in the Herald Sun.
Yes.
I've never seen anyone saying, poor old Jack. He was...
He wiggled too much.
If only he had a... Only if he had stayed still.
If only he'd stayed still.
Bloody hell, Jack. No, it's a good point.
Well, it's just rubbish, mate.
That is such a good bloody point.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Hey, how's your neighbour?
I still don't talk to him, mate.
Really?
I don't talk to him and I don't see him. So
I'm going to give you neighbour envy.
Why?
Because I've just moved house.
Hang on, does he mow the lawn and nature strip and looks after things?
No. Well, just all the nature strip out the front's just been pulled up because they're just resurfacing and all that.
Does he sweep up the leaves when he's been blowing?
No.
When he blows leaves, because that's a civil selfishness.
Haven't even seen him.
If you blow leaves onto the street and just leave them there, you are a selfish bastard.
Well, I haven't even seen him. Dad blows
the leaves on the street and leaves them there.
Dan's a leaf blower.
That's
you can see.
I have done that. Yeah.
You can see that. You're a disgraceful man. I don't even know my neighbour's name.
Right. That's a good start.
But the other night I was coming out and I had 5 mates with me. Five mates. So
that's a party.
So there's me and 5, and we're going to footy. Local footy down Geelong.
Oh, how good is local footy?
Unbelievable.
By the way? It's the best.
Unbelievable.
Cans?
So we're blind.
Yes.
No, we're not blind, but we've had...
No, you were blind.
So anyway, we get outside and we thought we'll be able to squeeze 6 into the car, which is a bit naughty.
Yeah.
One of them's driving.
Yeah.
And then...
What sort of car?
No, it was like a station wagon.
Sliding
but
doors?
didn't have seats in the back, so you can only seat 5. So we would have been having someone in the boot kind of thing set up.
That's the sort of thing you do when you're blind.
And
it's okay.
And you're also local, so it's only around the corner.
And the driver wasn't blind.
No, the driver's not drinking.
Of course not.
No, the driver's not drinking.
No, never.
So anyway, as we walk out,
Yeah.
I see this bloke and his missus getting into the car.
Your neighbour and his missus.
Yeah.
Was it his missus?
Yeah, it was his missus.
Okay,
His missus. Oh, and their daughter who's about 18 or 19.
Right.
So anyway, I said, "G'day, how are you? Yeah, good. Yeah. As you do, because you've had a few beers." Yeah. And I said, "Oh, you next door?" She said, "Yeah." Introduce ourselves.
Oh, nice.
He said, "Where are you going?" I said, "We're going to the footy." He goes, "I am too." He said, "Do you want a lift?"
Oh, how good.
So without even batting an eyelid, within 1 minute, jump in the car. I sit in the front seat.
Yeah.
You got the
You're
wife's
big.
driving.
You can't get in the back, mate. You're in the front.
The husband is sitting in the back.
Oh, wow.
In the back. He's put me in the front.
Greatest neighbour ever.
And I just said, "You are a champion. You're a champion." And he said, "I put your bins in the other night." I said, "My God, was that you?" He goes, "Look, I'm heading away for 2 weeks." He said, "Make as much noise as you like." He said, "I'm going skiing up a Threadbow." He said, "Just look after the house." I said, "No worries." No, I still don't even know his name. That's how good of a neighbour I've got.
And you still don't know his name.
No, well, I only met him quickly and I was blind. So.
I'd do everything for this bloke. I'd mow those lawns.
Oh, yeah, I got to look after him.
I'd take the bins out. I'd feed his dog. If he had a dog to feed.
He's got a dog. He's got a dog. The dog's a gripping dog until I pull the bin down the side and then he barks. But they say, Rufus...
Isn't it amazing what happens with a good first
How
impression?
good's that?
Yeah.
Walk out, he's taken me the footy, shook hands, and parted ways.
Maybe he's a D's fan and he knows.
No, he's not. No, he's Geelong. No, he's Geelong fan.
Oh, he's a catter.
He's a catter.
Which local footy did you go?
Torquay and...
Oh, that's so good. Many people there?
Yeah, there's a few.
Local footy is so good when there's a lot of people in there.
It's the best. Torquay, who was it? Torquay and... Torquay Queenscliff. Yes. So it was just a good day at the footy.
Righto.
You can't... When you get a good neighbour, you hang on to them for dear life. On my other side, I've got this neighbour that I met the first time when I pulled in because we've got a laneway access as well. Yeah. And I blocked him. I said, just give me 5 minutes because I was unpacking all the thing. Yeah. He said, no, just take your time. He just pulled out the iPad, started watching the iPad while I'm unpacking the van. Van goes, he goes, no worries, mate. I thought, how laid back he...
So
laid
good.
back. I'm in like... I don't know, Melrose Place. I got friends everywhere and
like Erinsborough, like the neighbours.
Unlike your place, where you're fighting over a piece of grass that's 6x2.
It's a hellhole. Where I live, a hellhole. Hey, can I tell you a real wanker kind of story? That the last time I went to local footy, I was paid to be the guest speaker at the Baldwin Football Club.
Oh, on the books?
Of course.
On the books. Yeah, absolutely.
Had to.
Yep.
Anyway, my talk is right before the game, and my plan was to piss off straight away.
Do the runner.
All right?
Get your cash.
That's it.
Just say, I'll go and stand over here behind the goals.
That's it.
And then just do the backdoor
That's
exit.
it.
And
That's
then
it.
out you get.
Anyway, so I've done my talk. Then out of nowhere, somebody I knew turned up. Brad Smith, big ruckman, former player at Baldwin.
Yep.
I like Brad Smith. He goes, you want to have a beer? I said, of course I do.
Got to have one.
That's right. So I ended up having
Shandy?
12.
Oh, 12. You having 12?
I had 12. I was going to have one.
And you had 12.
I had 12.
You're not easily led. That's the important thing in this messaging.
Here comes the wanker bin. All right. So you can imagine what I'm like after 12.
Oh, yeah.
I will do anything. If Brad Smith said, let's go and rob that 7-Eleven across the road, I'm putting a sock on my head and I'm going in. I'm going in first. Anyway, Baldwin have had a win. Didn't even know the score.
The Tigers.
Did not even know the score, didn't care. I was just having a lovely day.
Oh, we're from Baldwin
in the winter sun,
land.
whatever it was.
Boom, boom, boom.
Whatever it was. Anyway, Brad Smith goes, come with me.
Oh, no.
I said, all right.
Don't tell me you're in the circle.
We went into the rooms.
No.
We went into the rooms.
You did not circle up.
And I didn't watch a didn't watch a kick.
You did not circle up.
I was arm in arm, singing the song.
You are not
singing the song.
You are not.
Who was that? He was a long head player, and his name was Smith. There was two Smiths. He played for Hawthorn. Joel Smith.
Yeah, Joel Smith.
Joel Smith. I was next to Joel Smith.
That is unbelievable.
I was next to him in the circle. I can't even remember what the song was, but I was singing it.
You didn't vomit.
No, I didn't vomit.
Did you get Gatorade?
It was one of those days, right?
Yeah, you're in the conga line. You just got swept up.
You know those nights
when you don't plan
we
it.
never expected it.
Yeah,
it was one of those afternoons.
I love a whirlwind. I love a whirlwind.
So good.
Whirlwinds are my favourite.
It's so good.
I reckon the best nights you ever have in your life are the ones that aren't planned.
Yes,
that just come from nowhere and it just start. Yeah, it's like a crescendo. It just. I can't believe
the best.
Daniel Harford used to coach Baldwin.
Yeah, he wasn't coaching. He just finished up.
Okay.
He just finished up. But look, it was really good.
Was Rocket E coaching it?
Nah, Rocket E. No, I went and did another one of those. Rocket E was way out.
You wouldn't, mate. If you didn't see a kick, you're not going to know who the coach was.
I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue.
Could have been Barras for all you knew.
Oh, it was funny.
12 beers, jeez.
Yeah, I was a disgrace.
How'd you get the car home?
No, I left it there.
Oh, yeah, you just got Trish the next day.
I was in a coma. Are you kidding me?
Oh, so what a ball. They're the Baldwin Tigers, are they?
Yeah.
So, have you ever heard of any footy clubs or cricket, whatever it is, with really funny names? Like,
Yeah.
So I'll go on that I reckon.
Yeah, go on. What do you got?
In Wollongong, there's a suburb called Warilla.
Warilla.
The rugby league club
Not the
in Warilla.
Warilla Gorillas.
They are.
I love the Warilla Gorillas.
Is that the best name ever?
that's a
Warilla Gorilla.
The Warilla Gorillas.
That
So
is
good.
amazing.
So good.
Great cartoon, by the way.
But why aren't gorillas used more in sporting teams? Gorillas are pretty strong.
Do you know what? I think the Carlton Football Club were once known as the Gorillas.
Really?
I think there was a club in the VFL or the VFA back in the 18s that were called the Gorillas.
In the what? What do you mean?
The
with
VFA. The VFA back in the 1890s.
Really?
I think so.
The
So
Gorillas.
We'll have to check that out. What VFL? Oh, have you got it?
The Warilla Gorillas.
Oh,
You're
that's so
right.
good.
And have a look at their logo. Jason Dunstall.
There's magnificent. A big silverback.
There is an opportunity missed on the Gold Coast. A suburb called Labrador, footy club there.
Oh,
They
gotta
should be
The Dogs.
the Labrador Labradors,
Yeah,
Of course they should be.
but they're the Tigers.
Oh,
Opportunity missed.
that's just pathetic.
Any others you got? You can think of?
Dingley. Go on, have one guess.
The Dingley
Dogs?
Bats.
Close. You're close.
It's got to
Dingoes.
be the
The
Bats.
Dingley Dingoes.
Oh, that's good.
The Dingley
They should be the
Dingoes.
Bats.
The Dingley Bats.
The Dingbats.
Yes, they should be the Dingbats.
Dingbats.
What about the berries? The Dingley berries.
They're the
The Dingleberries.
Yeah.
Dingleberries. They're not bad.
Yeah, right. I'll tell you what, if listener, if you can get in touch with our socials, any one of them, and you have a funny name or what a club should be called,
Yeah, that's good.
we'll get you on.
Yeah.
We'll get you on because the Dingleberries or the Dingbats, very, very
Is there
good.
any there's no side called the Bats, is there?
The what else I can think
So
of?
imagine if they had the Bats and you had the Batman theme song.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, it would be. No. You can imagine them all before the song. Hey,
Yes.
I've got a bone to pick with you
What's up?
because you came back from a trip.
My 50th, you're talking about?
Yes,
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Well,
and
nearly
one of
12
your
months.
mates told me that he played what some people say is the best golf course on earth. And you didn't even tell me about it because I've never been there, Royal County Down. You didn't tell me one thing about it. You could have, some people I respect in golf.
Yep.
They have told me, some of them, that it could be the best course on the planet.
Yep. Yeah, go track.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, so am I.
No, you're not.
Oh, well,
It's Royal County Down.
yeah, but it's sometimes, and you know this probably better than I do. Sometimes it's not where you're playing.
Don't say this.
It's not it's the people you play with.
I've got to call. I've never been there, so I'm serious.
I'm serious too. I played with the three biggest numpties of all time, and
And they ruined your day.
It ruined my day, and I'm telling you now, it was 26 degrees,
So a
not
perfect
a
day.
breath of wind.
A perfect day, Royal County Down.
Course is in unbelievable condition because they've got it because the Open's around there, and I walked off there wanting to vomit. And I played well.
What? And you played well.
And I played well.
Come on, you must have been. I want to hear about what they did, these three, but you must have been able to appreciate the golf course.
No. So
Some people say it's heaven.
yeah, some would say it's heaven. Well, if that's heaven, there was no virgins up there, and I'm telling you that I was there by myself.
What a virgin's got to do with it?
Isn't that what they say when you? Isn't it say when you die you go to heaven and you get that's what Allah said. No, so I'll tell you what
not
happened.
sure about that.
I'll tell you what happened. We rocked up and I was there with 8 mates,
Right.
and we caught up with a group called the Morn Group, and the Morn Group splintered off.
The Morn
The
Group.
Morn Group, and they're like members. They're members there.
Okay.
So we played with the members, and there was a travelling group from Kingston Heath.
Oh.
So I have to be very careful here.
Oh.
All right.
Well,
So-
you know people from Kingston.
so John was there with his travelling, you know John,
Yeah,
who
yeah,
travels through. So they were there. So we caught up. So there was one person from Kingston Heath.
Yeah.
There was one of our group.
Yeah.
There was a group, a person from the Morn Club. And there was somebody else that made up the four.
In your group.
In all the groups. And there was
okay.
eight groups.
So
There was
completely
eight
spit
groups.
up. Right.
So I get paired up with a local caddy. So not paired up with him, but he's in our group. He's a local caddy. He's off 5 or 6.
Oh, and he's playing. He's not kidding.
No, he's playing. He's playing.
Right.
So I thought,
That's
beauty.
good.
He's going to show me the course. It's going to be unbelievable.
Great result.
Then I'm teed up with another guy named Morris, and he's a member of Ballybunion.
Oh.
So he's played the
There's
course
a contact?
15 times.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then I play golf with another guy from Kingston Heath, and his name's David.
Davey.
And David's a good fellow.
Right.
So anyway, we tee up. I pipe one up the middle. It's a par 5 first hole. Pipe one up the middle.
This is going to be the greatest day of your life.
It's gone 330. like I've got a 7-iron in
To a par 5.
into a par 5. I'm about to eagle the first at Royal County Down.
And have the greatest day of your life.
David, Morris, and the caddy out of bounds. They go, we'll take a mulligan.
Right.
I said, no, you won't. We're not playing mulligans. He said, no, we're playing mulligans. I said, no, we're playing pairs, we're playing mulligans. He goes, no, you get one mulligan. I said, you don't get mulligans. There is no mulligans on this course. So they take a mulligan. I lip out
Against your wishes.
I lip out for birdie.
Yeah.
I make par.
Yeah.
Those three make bogey. We halve the hole.
Because of the handicaps.
Handicaps.
Right.
All right.
So you're dirty.
So
You're
the next
dirty on
hole,
the second tee.
The next hole, par 4.
Are you going to go through
No,
every hole?
I'm doing 3 holes. Next one, I pipe it again.
Yes.
They go out wide.
How far this time?
No, it was all right. It was a little forward because it was a shorter par 4.
280.
Mind you, David, the caddy hasn't told me what to do.
Right.
I'm just line of sight at the moment.
Right.
My playing partner, because it's me and Morris versus David and the caddy,
Yeah.
my playing partner, Morris, is 40 metres behind me.
Right.
Off the tee. He's a bit older.
It's okay.
I walk up beside him as he's getting ready to play the shot, and I am probably 10 feet from him.
Right.
He looks at me and he goes, in the future, I want you 40 yards from me when I'm playing any shot.
He did not.
That's what he said.
Why?
No, he goes, I like my space.
What a piece of garbage.
I said, no worries, Morris. I said, no worries, Morris. Anyway, after I've just looked for your ball in the fucking wasteland for the last hour, you idiot. Anyway, so we go up there, and by this stage I'm a bit rattled. I'm thinking, oh yeah, I've gone par. Oh, the next one's par 3. I don't know where to go. So I say to the caddy, where do I go? And he goes, you're not my playing partner.
What?
You're not my playing partner.
So he won't help you?
He's not helping me because he's not on my team.
What's going on?
He's not on my team.
Golf's a very social game.
All right, so-
these people are antisocial.
Okay, so I don't speak to Morris for the 18 holes because he's my playing partner. I don't speak to the caddy because he won't tell me anything. And David from Kingston Heath is in his own land because he's got the shanks and the hooks. So I walk off with 32 points. Thought I played unbelievable. I hit 4 out of bounds because I didn't know where I was going.
Of course, never seen before.
Because I haven't seen it before. Walked off there, thought, what a shithole.
How many stars Royal County Down?
1. One.
Folks, if you've never heard of Royal County Down,
1.
it's Islands Augusta.
Yeah, 1.
So people, they just want to play this joint before they die.
Yeah. And I played on the
Before
most
they
perfect
go.
day with the 3 biggest pelicans of all time.
You give it 1 star.
And Dave from Kingston Heath, I do apologise for calling you a pelican, but fair dinkum, step up to the plate, mate. Seriously.
Help out.
Golf is more important than the course you play.
It's being social.
It's the people you play with.
It's a social event when you play golf.
Absolutely it is.
Unless you're a real wanker and want to shoot a good score.
And then afterwards, they were carrying on like they were knobheads. Like, seriously.
They weren't smoking cigars and stuff.
Of course
in there.
they were.
Oh,
That
no.
sort of wankerish behaviour.
I know the type.
Like, it was just...
pathetic.
And guess who fitted in beautifully? Brent and Greg.
Yeah, they would have loved it. They would have loved it, those two.
Kingston Heath members, they loved
Pseudo-wankers,
it.
golf
Loved
wankers.
it.
They're
Oh.
golf wankers.
That Morris bloke sounds like a real tool.
Well, he's Ballybunion, and I'm telling you, it even got worse later on.
Yeah.
So we go back and we're all on it that night.
Yeah,
And
on the gas.
On the gas.
Yeah.
He came up and he said, you must have loved today. I said, Morris, you ruined it for me. He goes, what do you mean? I said, you ruined it for me. How can I not stand 40 yards from you? You didn't speak to me as my partner for the whole day. He goes, a bit of gamesmanship. I said, you're on my side, you idiot. Like, gamesmanship.
That's a real disaster.
Oh, it was a disaster.
You get a chance on a perfect day to play one of the greatest golf courses.
But I did go for 26
ever.
days,
Yeah.
and we had 20 days of golf. So I played 23
So
rounds.
just quickly, which was your number one?
So
Which
I
course?
was England. I think St David's in Wales was probably
St David's?
Yeah, it was beautiful golf
Not many
course.
people would have heard of St
No,
David's.
big castle and all that sort of stuff. We did not have a breath of wind for 20 days.
Oh, that's
in
incredible.
England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales.
That is a joke.
Never heard of. And we also had that 40-degree scorcher in London where they shut down the whole city because it got to 40 degrees. No trains, no buses. The whole network shut down.
Hey, speaking of cigars, it pricked my memory.
Yep.
There were some Americans playing. I'm not going to say what golf course it was, but I was there.
Yep.
I was in the clubhouse, and I walked out of the clubhouse because I was on my way home.
Kingston Heath.
Anyway, there were some Americans there, and one of them had just lit a cigar.
Yeah.
And he looked at his mate and said, "Oh man, that's the real McCoy." Right?
The real McCoy, all right.
The real McCoy.
Yeah.
If I said that's the real McCoy about anything, could we still be friends?
No.
No. It's such a wanker thing to say.
No, what is the real?
The real McCoy.
It's like a cowboy thing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be.
It's like you're a cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The real McCoy.
This strawberry milkshake is the real McCoy.
No.
No.
Not unless you're talking about cowboy hats.
Yes.
And it happens to be McCoy's cowboy
That's right.
hat.
Or if you're wearing a pair of Spurs for the first time.
That's it.
Hey,
These are the real-
listen to these. These are the real McCoy.
Yeah, I love that. No, we can't still be friends if you use the real McCoy. That's a pretty lame one.
Yes, it
All
is.
right. On the back of your week, can we still be friends? Which wasn't a bad one, the real
Wasn't
McCoy.
that bad.
I want to take a break because I've got one about someone who's involved in our team here on a couple of blokes, couple of beers.
Oh, me?
I'm not saying.
Me?
I'm not saying you weren't a part of the Morn Club.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that. But it's a
Righto.
fair income one, and I'm not happy.
All right.
Okay. You're having a couple of beers with a couple of blokes. This is Ox and Marko. And when you get a sec, we'd love you to subscribe and rate the podcast.
All right.
Hey, before we get going, because I'm dying to know who has done something very, very wrong amongst us, can I just say a big hello and welcome to a couple of blokes, couple of beers to ENS Trading.
Oh,
yes.
Hey, Robbie Sinclair.
Well done, Robbie boy.
Paul's put the whole deal together. Good on you, Paul. Thanks for helping out. But it's great to have partners, so
It
we
is.
appreciate it. And make sure you get down to Dandenong Road if you're living in Melbourne, right across the road from IKEA.
The clearance centre.
The brand new ENS Clearance Centre is a belter. You're going to save thousands.
So good.
You're going to save thousands. When I say thousands, I'm serious. You're going to save thousands if you go down
Well,
there.
I'm actually going down to get a new washer dryer because I've got these two old ones called Maytag. They're American and they're digital, but they just suck up the power.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I just want to go and get a nice simple Fisher and Paykel.
Yeah.
Just a little simple ones.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Well, you might be able to get one that where the packaging has been damaged. The actual dryer or washer is perfect, but because the packaging's been damaged,
How
you're
much
gonna
off? How much off?
A couple of thousand.
What's that about?
If you're
50%?
buying a washer and a dryer, you'll save 2,000.
All right, done.
Easy as
All
that.
right,
Right now,
Robbie.
come on.
All
I'm
right.
dying to know what's
Okay.
going on.
All right, can we still be friends?
This could go bad.
All right, so
I'm scared.
I'm just going to look at you, Mark Allen. It's got nothing to do with you.
oh, thank
Oh,
God.
wow.
Yes.
Dan, it's
Here
got
we go.
nothing to do with you.
Oh,
Daryl.
Daryl?
The well-dressed, brand new car,
Cardigan
Indian
wearing.
motorbike, cardigan wearing tech guy of our group.
The guy who does all the sound design for the podcast.
Sound design.
Sound design, Daryl.
Nicest guy in the world. What could he...
Nicest guy in the
No,
world.
I don't think he's that nice.
All right, so he's a freelancer. Would that be fair to say? He does work for other people.
Lots of does he?
and other. He's got involved
I
with a
didn't know
mob
that.
called Disrupt Radio. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard of Disrupt Radio.
Yeah, it's just started, hasn't
It's
it?
just started. It's a little digital platform that.
Oh, good luck.
That, yeah,
Hope it
no,
goes well.
they're going okay. It's going to be a slow burn for them, but Daryl's doing a bit of work behind the scenes.
Is he?
All right, so I'm driving 8:15 on a Monday morning,
Good.
and I thought. Just been to Bean Squeeze, picked up a skinny latte.
Bean Squeeze. Great name.
Bean Squeeze.
Great name, Bean Squeeze.
It's a ripper.
The best coffees in Melbourne.
Bean Squeeze.
But they're not in Melbourne, they're in Geelong.
Is that a little... Do we need to catch
Yeah,
your comments sing
please.
there?
Nah, well, I don't get it. There's no freebies there, so
Well, there will be soon.
There we go.
Come on.
I love Bean Squeeze. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm in there, got my skinny latte.
Yeah.
My phone rings as I'm ordering.
Right.
Anyway, well, can I give you her name, Oi?
Yeah.
Claudia rings.
Claudia.
She goes, G'day, David. My name's Claudia. I'm from Disrupt Radio. We're doing a segment on porn and sex addiction. We'd like you to come on.
Oh,
What?
Hang on.
And I'm going, hang on. But as a topic and as a subject, I'm not very well versed on.
Did she want you on as an expert
Yes.
in those fields?
Yes.
Or your
As an
status
expert.
as a person who helps those in this space?
No, because Daryl has told her that on the podcast about 4 weeks ago, I spoke about porn and we happened to be at my hub at the addiction centre. So he's put two and two together and made me a porn and sex expert. All right. So I thought about it for a minute.
The former number 5 for the Demons.
Yes.
He's had a long career in radio, sports radio.
So it's like
You've morphed, according to Daryl, into a porn and sex
expert.
addiction expert.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
I'm assuming from this that Daryl didn't check with you first.
So 7 minutes. So that was at 8:06. At 8:13, I get a message from Daryl.
You're reading this.
I'm reading
so
this
this is
from-
fair dinkum. Go on.
Sorry, man. I didn't get to have a chance to ask you if that was okay. Now, didn't call me Ox or David.
Man.
Sorry, man.
There's a couple misdemeanors here.
Can we still be friends with this sort of behaviour of a tech bloke that has put 2 and 2 together and got 7, and he wanted me to go onto his radio and talk about a topic that I'm not really good at?
There's one serious violation here.
Yeah.
And there's one misdemeanor that you have to weigh up. I mean, he's transgressed you. So whether he goes on probation for a number of weeks, I'd suggest,
Yep.
or you just can't be friends with this bloke. That's up to you.
Well, it goes on. Because then I got a message off Claudia yesterday.
Again, Claudia.
G'day, David. It's Claudia from Disrupt Radio again.
And
Apologies.
You are reading this. Just in
I'm
case
reading them.
You're reading
Apologies for the pester. I'm just reaching out to see if you'd like to come on to the show to talk about any other topics. I'm thinking, now what are we going to be talking about?
It's a very wide net there,
For
John.
instance, we should like to cover the new sports Stop Bet website tomorrow that people can register with no ban from betting actually. Is this something you believe you can speak on and have time for? Please let me know. We can organise. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Mate, Claudia will call you the next day for transgender issues, the way it's going. Holy moly.
So he's wrote me in. Hey, look, I appreciate Daryl thinking of me but I reckon there's a rule. You cannot give the number out until you advise that person that your number is being given to somebody
It's a
about
heads
a
up.
topic or about doing a favour for
Call
someone.
a heads up.
A heads up.
So, Daryl, what he should have done, if he was a good bloke,
Yep.
he would have sent you a text message.
He is a good bloke.
The jury's out.
Yeah.
He should have sent you a
short
text
time.
message and said, Ox, I'm going to put you up for these 2 topics.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind. You might get a phone call from someone called Claudia. Feel free to say no if you don't feel comfortable.
I agree with that, but where did he get the sex and porn stuff from? Like, seriously. Like, that's a big stretch.
So the question here is,
Can I still be friends with Daryl if he keeps up that sort of behaviour?
Well, I think he's got to go on probation.
He's got
for
a
while.
probation and there's a serious warning.
What about for the calling you hey man?
Now, there's the hey man is a serious warning. So, because I got mates who, Eggy in particular, I call him Champ, and I champ him because he hates Champ.
Right.
But that's
Mates
a
mates
fun.
mates things.
I'm friends with Daryl. I'm just not mates with him just yet. And if he keeps that sort of behaviour up, he won't get to that status.
Again, on our socials, if there's any other field that you think Ox would be an expert in, where he could contribute to Disrupt Radio in the future, could you please push through those nominations
Actually,
and
what
topics?
I should do, I'll think of a topic for Claudia and we'll get back to it.
Unbelievable. Anyway, look, it's time for some feedback because we have got stacks.
yeah, we do have plenty of feedback. Righto, let's have a look at a couple of these things, guys. First of all, some positive reinforcement of the show. Hey, guys, the only issue I've got is you have to wait a whole week for a new episode. Keep it up, fellas. That's from Mitchell.
Good on you, Mitchell.
you,
Thanks for
Mitch.
listening.
This one from Mr. Knowlesy. Might be Shannon Knoll, maybe.
It would be for sure.
I bet it is.
Yeah, it could be. Ox and Marko cheer me up with relatable topics I think about each day. Hopefully not that more recent one.
Well, quicksand would be a big one.
Sometimes I think Marko and Ox are grumpy old blokes like me who like to have a whinge and reflect on times past, but they're providing a community service and I look forward to it every week.
A community service.
I think that's accurate.
I don't know.
That's something new for our shingle.
I like this one. This is from Ben White. Ox needs a car with a sunroof so he can let the cape flap out the top.
Yes.
Imagine that.
Well,
hang on. Why hasn't we ever seen that? Why haven't
someone
we?
driving with
a cape out the window, out the
on a
sunroof.
soft top.
That'd be. What about a convertible? Imagine driving down the Hume Freeway and you got a Superman outfit on with a cape on. Now that would be funny.
Yeah, that'd be good.
You know who could do that? Sound designer Daryl, who's just bought a
Daryl's
just bought a new convertible.
A new convertible.
Give him your cape.
No.
Let's give Daryl your cape.
Get Daryl to give me his car.
Oh, yeah. There you're talking.
Paul Turkin has said, Marko, you're a legend. I wore the Izumiyaki for the first time ever, and then like a little red hot flame thing next to it.
He went to Twinkletown.
Oh, did he?
He would have seen little twinkles everywhere he went with the Izumiyaki. Well done, Paul.
You guys were yakking about railway hotels that aren't near railways.
Yeah.
And so Travis Appleton has reached out and Travis has said, hey guys, there's a railway hotel that's not near a railway in Hayfield in Gippsland. It does not even have a train going through the town.
Gee whiz, I wonder how they got it.
Well, maybe it would have been 100 years ago or something.
Yeah, and they were planning on putting the railway there and it was going to stop there and they didn't. They ran out of cash.
Yes.
They ran out of cash.
Just short. A couple hundred miles.
Reg has written in about your discussion about surcharges a week or two back, Ox.
This is important.
Yeah, when you were talking about public holiday surcharges. Here's what Reg said. At the Nagambie Brewery and Distillery, I've ordered on the app, and once I've paid, I realise there's a 10% weekend surcharge. Why are we accepting 10% on a normal weekend? And why didn't Mark Allen Golf discover this when he was here rowing?
Yeah, that's right.
Why didn't you pick that up?
I apologise. I got my coffee much earlier than the Nagambie. That's why at a service station.
I've been with you.
And it was there was a Hungry Jack's. It was the first time I had a Hungry Jack's coffee.
I've had Hungry Jack's.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
I've watched you many times order. You don't even check.
No, I know.
You just a tap and go.
I know.
See? I
Yeah,
do.
you're a checker.
I put it in because I don't have tap and go. I put it in. Really? $17.20. Okay. and away I go.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Last bit of feedback here. Travis from Rockhampton has messaged saying, hey guys, love the show. A couple of weeks ago, you were talking about the Midnight Oil song Dream World, how it mentioned the Breakfast Creek Hotel in Brisbane, the first line. Yeah. Breakfast Creek Hotel's up for sale. Yeah. It also refers to the nightclub in Fortitude Valley, which is in Brisbane, called Cloudland, which was knocked down illegally in the middle of the night under Bjelke Peterson.
Oh, okay.
And there's a line that says Cloudland into Dreamland turns.
I like the sound of Cloudland as a nightclub.
Absolutely.
I would have gone there.
Until Bjelke Peterson knocked it down.
Get the Izumiyaki ready.
When he said he knocked it down in the middle of the night, he just got the wreckers in without them knowing and went bang.
Yeah, it did. And the Wreckers was this famous, I forget what it was, this famous company in Brisbane who were Wreckers. It was them knocking all these heritage buildings down in Brisbane years and years ago, a long time ago.
Okay.
Anyway, what Travis has asked is, pop quiz, fellas, can you guys get a list together of other songs about Aussie places? Interesting.
Righto, yeah.
Interesting. So might be a couple of suggestions.
Yeah,
anything come to mind at the top of your head?
Midnight Oil, there'd be one for sure.
Well, we just talked about that one.
Yeah, well, no, but there's more than that one. There's about 25 Midnight Oil ones.
What about Goanna, Razor's Edge?
Oh, it's a great song.
Talks about living in Queensland, Torquay and Byron.
Paul Kelly, the MCG, leaps and bounds.
Looking over the bridge
to the MCG.
Yeah,
there you go.
It's a great song.
Spy versus Spy, one of my old favourites, this mob. I used to go see.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't tear it down.
Oh, it's a great song.
Yeah.
So what's that? That's about Australia. What's it about?
Council knocking down apartment blocks. Is that right? In Glebe.
They were, and I think they were living there at the time, and the council wanted to knock their apartments down or something like that.
I didn't know Spy versus Spy were living there.
They were living. I think that's where they were living at the time. I think it might have been squatting or something even. Like this, we're talking like.
Was
I wouldn't mind getting to the bottom of that. That's
were they more
interesting.
than a one-hit wonder?
Well, Don't Tear It Down was a hit. They had a song called Clarity of Mind.
Yep.
They had All Over the World.
Cold Chisel, Flame Trees.
Oh.
Well, hang on. Where are the flame trees?
I was written about a place called Grafton.
Yep. Yeah, because the trees in Grafton, like that, in autumn, they go red, bright red.
Okay.
Ice House.
Which one?
You know it.
No, I don't.
Great Southern Land.
That's yours. That's your bed, not my bed. But I do drive past Little River Band. Now, I don't know if do they ever sing about Little River?
Well, not that I know of.
Okay.
No.
Well, see, I grew up in the most famous place for music in Sunbury.
Yeah.
The Sunbury Festival in 72 was like, did they have like 50,000 people turn up?
Oh, it was huge.
Like enormous.
Are you joking? It's like that one in New York. What's it called?
No. This used to be like a smaller Woodstock version.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Woodstock.
Yeah. That's what it was.
It was like Woodstock in Sunbury.
Oh, no.
Sunbury,
They were all
monstrous.
smoking hooch and nude. And
Were they?
Yeah.
They weren't nude.
not a lot's changed. No, we love Sunbury.
Hey, we've got that Spice song here, the one about...
Yeah, let it rip.
Yeah, here it is.
Let it rip. Great memories. How good. Great memories.
When was that? Was that from the 80s? Early 80s?
80s.
86.
86.
And
okay.
they moved into the 90s a little bit too. I remember
86
coming back.
was 86.
Seen Spy versus Spy.
It was just before World. I've got this T-shirt at home. I was going through when I was packing the other day. I've got a World Expo T-shirt.
World Expo.
World Expo from the Gold Coast. I think it was 1987. I reckon.
No, was it Expo 88? I want to say.
Oh, Expo 88 it was.
It was Brisbane.
Yeah, I was in Brisbane or Gold Coast.
One of them.
I don't know, but had this stupid like platypus or something on the T-shirt. Hey, just talking about T-shirts. Second, this is a business that I just don't get, and I'm seeing a lot of it at the moment, especially on TikTok.
Are you big on TikTok? Eh?
Well, I kind of watch it because there's some funny stuff going on. It's a bit like, I think it's like I don't have Instagram, but it's like watching videos on Instagram. I don't get this. People are selling second-hand Nikes.
What?
And they sell them for a fortune. So if you've got a pair of old Jordans, you can sell them for like $2,000.
You cannot.
I'm telling you now, there's blokes out there got these shoes.
Why can't you just go and buy a new pair of Jordans for $200?
Because it's the original ones are the Cuda apparently.
Well, they're better leather.
They're the real McCoy.
McCoy.
The real McCoy.
Oh, you
No.
wanker.
So in all seriousness, I don't know if it's going to really take off, but there is a big market for it. So I don't know if it's a business idea. I think it's a not business idea. It's like bookshelves. I ain't going into bookshelves.
No.
I don't think I'm going into second-hand Nikes.
Yeah.
Bookshelves. It's a thing of the past, aren't
Of course it is. Everyone's got a Kindle.
Yeah.
Everyone reads books on there. Yeah, no one's buying tons of books to make a bookshelf.
Like video
That's right.
stores. They've gone the way of the video stores, have they?
Oh, yeah, we're not going to buy video cassette covers. Remember the old cassette covers that look like Britannica?
Yeah.
You put them up.
You put them up.
On the wall.
Yeah, it looked like a smart.
And you got Jaws 3 in
It
there.
was actually a spy. It was flying high. Police Academy.
God.
Hey, it's time for the joke. Let's go. Spin the wheel. You're not going to believe this.
What is it?
It's landed on a listener joke.
You're
And
joking.
Guess what? We had a couple sent in.
Oh, that is so fortunate.
Right, Joe from Mernda, he used to call us all the time when
he
we were
did.
on radio. Good on you, Joe. Thanks for sending a couple of jokes in. This is fantastic.
G'day, Ox and Marko. Been enjoying the podcast very, very much. It's very good. Couple of dad jokes for you. Firstly, why don't they have a census count in Afghanistan? It's because of the Taliban.
The old Taliban.
We'll give him one more chance. We'll give him one more
Second
chance,
one,
Joe.
please. Second one, please, Joe.
I've got a friend who's got a real bad speech impediment. The other day he was telling us about how his nana died. By the time he finished telling us, we'd all started singing Hey Jude.
That's not bad. That's
all
pretty
right.
good.
It's taken
all
a
right.
while. That's good.
That's all
All
right.
the best. Catch you later.
Righto, bud. That'll do us.
I'll catch you next week. I'm going to head down to ENS right now and have a look at the fish on Pykel.
Oh, yeah. Dandenong Road, right opposite the giant IKEA.
Can't miss it.
Nice show, boys. As always, great fun. And thank you to Joe from Mernda, who shot a joke through on the website. If you have a message for the boys, you can obviously let them know on the socials anytime you like. Or you can go to the website, like Joe did, coupleofblokes, coupleofears.com.au and record an audio message for the boys and we'll play it on the show. Thanks to our mates at E&S Trading. Their brand Spanker's new clearance centre in Melbourne is on Dandenong Road, Clayton, right opposite IKEA. Well worth checking out if you want to save some serious cashola. It's a ripper. Ox and Marko are back next week. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Just hit subscribe, Apple, Spotify, Google, wherever you listen to podcasts, and you'll never miss an episode. Couple of Blokes, Couple of Beers is executive produced by Dan Bradley at Kaizen Media and sound design, Daryl Misson at loudzebra.com.